The Serbian founded the Professional Tennis Players Association, PTPA, a players' union, in 2020. Djokovic has explained one of the key purposes of the PTPA is to strive for fairer distribution of revenue and welfare in the sport. We talk so much about how much money the U.S. Open winners make, but we are not talking about how many players, both men and women, singles, doubles, all together, professionals live from this sport. The tennis great said in 2023, it's less than 400 players max for a sport that is super global, and then it's one of the most watched sports on the planet. That's poor. That's a failure for our sport. Kyrgios, who partnered Djokovic in doubles at this week's Brisbane International Tournament, hit out at the schedule of the professional tour and labeled the share of revenue received by players as a joke. The tour is ridiculous compared to any other sport, the Australian said in a press conference in Brisbane. It's absurd, really, the amount of travel we do, considering we don't even get paid what we are supposed to get paid as well, which is a joke. It's a tough sport, especially if you're from Australia. You don't see your family and friends for 6, 7, 8 months. After his second-round win over Gael Monfils in Brisbane, Djokovic was asked about Kyrgios's comments and whether he thinks players are paid enough. Here is everything the 24-time Grand Slam winner said. I'm just going to state a fact. It's not my opinion. The fact is that that's true, what he's saying. The pie split between the governing bodies in major sports, all major American sports, like NFL, NBA, baseball, NHL, is 50%, maybe more, some less, but around 50%. Ours is way lower than that. It is true. Obviously, it's slightly, well, quite different sport because it's international, played globally. We are under different rules and regulations of different countries and legislations, taxes, etc., etc. Obviously, each tournament is independently governing their own prize money split. Then you have ATP, WTA, then obviously Grand Slams that are separate entities that can do whatever they like. It's quite fragmented from that point of view. It's not easy to get everybody in the same room and say, okay, let's agree on a certain percentage. The revenue share is quite different in Grand Slams, and a 250 event, for example, which is quite different than the major American sports where it's all under USA law and legislation. It's different. You have a player union there. They can obviously, under their regulations and laws, negotiate the terms. It's quite different with us. Actually, was one of the reasons why PTPA was formed, to represent better players' rights and voices, because I don't think that's been done to the level that is satisfactory with ATP and WTA over the years.